Rosenthal says, that said there are a good number of greater than 500 honor level players. I'm at 419 ATM, so next year for me. Gemma Lee says, bagels. Roll Warden says, star rolling star square Isaac Stormridge roll. Square 715,000 grams 00S00C. Jadine Burns says, mommy is home. Nomada says, oh man I don't drink often. P-Rumrum says, bull. P-Rumrum says, shit. Drew Ellen says, I named my dog mommy. Leon says, what the F. Nomada says, how often do I show up man? Jadine Burns says, ARF. P-Rumrum says, every day. Roll Warden says, star rolling star square Isaac Stormridge roll. Square 508,000 grams 00S00C. Tina says, not the strangest thing I've heard. Thomas Miller says, freshly baked bread for sale. Sylvie says, guild, cozy crew, we're a chill and laid back AOTC guild looking for players for mythic and raiding. Recruiting for potential mythic raid team. 5k repairs and free consumables for raiders. Laughing face. Kyle well goes before Beyblade. Nomada says, I loves you pure. Irona says, WTS gamer girl bathwater. Jadine Burns says, Moonguard's largest private military contractor guild, e-girl for rent war modes on RU. /join world defense /PVP on listen to trade live on 420 AMK, EGIRL4RENT.com. Pacific says, crazy that guild name is still going. Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Isaac Stormridge win. Triangle 716,000 grams 00S00C. Nomada says, my Pululului. Drew Ellen says, I love playing fetch with mommy. Jadine Burns says, Weirds it's a community across dozens of games. Nomada says, wanna learn to make real money? P-Rumrum says, if it's easy. Roll Warden says, star rolling star square Isaac Stormridge roll. Square 383,000 grams 00S00C. Tina says, do you have to tell mommy to stop pissing on the floor? P-Rumrum says, and you make it for me. P-Rumrum says, then okay. Kara says, LFJC amulet of earthen craftsmanship 619. Pacific says, just cause it's literally mentioning prostitution in on RP server X3. Drew Ellen says, I let her do it. Nomada says, 90% fail to do what I do. Irona says, the oldest profession though. Roll Warden says, star rolling star square Isaac Stormridge roll. Square 619,000 grams 00S00C. Drew Ellen says, I love mommy piss on the floor. P-Rumrum says, what do you do Nomada? Yamela says, pop check. P-Rumrum says, from what I've seen. Razalen says, big and true. Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Isaac Stormridge win. Triangle 647,000 grams 00S00C. P-Rumrum says, almost every single casino ever has failed to do what I do. Nomada says, day trade man. Pivot says, check. P-Rumrum says, so I'm in a rare percentile too. Jadine Burns says, imagine being wrong. You should Google it. Teldrit says, anybody see any golden muffins laying around? Jadine Burns says, or me. LMAO. Razalen says, just flying monkey here. Dice Moon Roll Warden Moonguard. I received 424,000 grams 00S00C. Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Dice Moon Moonguard win. Triangle 424,000 grams 00S00C. Kara says, LFJC amulet of earthen craftsmanship 619, will tip generously. 3 says, how is Warlock in PvP and M+. Nomada says, I bet he do better lol. P-Rumrum says, props. P-Rumrum says, what's your job? Levi says, elite. P-Rumrum says, and you can't say professional alcoholic. P-Rumrum says, that be cheating. Teldrit says, are warlocks ever not meta? Lisa says, kill, marry, smash, Princess Theradris, Therazane, Lady Ashmani. Dice Moon cancelled with Isaac or Stormridge. Nomada says, I drink and I trade. Hand in hand man. P-Rumrum says, trade what? 3 says, I just don't see a lot of them. P-Rumrum says, more drinks. Drew Ellen says, smash all and then kill myself. Super Bloom says, yeah they're not since Demon Hunters. Dice Moon bet with Isaac or Stormridge. I received 856,000 grams 00S00C. Ryzia says. Super Bloom says, not Demon Hunters are money. Nomada says, you funny. P-Rumrum says, THX. Ash Snarl says, respect. Nomada says, let's cuddle. Can't all fall asleep. ZZZZZZ. Super Bloom says, nyan yan yan yat. P-Rumrum says, no. Jadine Burns says, you should really use a better tone when you dare address the Queen of California. Dice Moon bet with Isaac or Stormridge. I received 506,000 grams 00S00C. 3 says, is lock good in PvP and M+. Nomada says, I will let you in on my secrets. Jadine Burns says, I'll wring you out like a dirty dish rag you smelly musty dry wood. Marin says, PvP it is. Wolfiapus says, no. Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Issachar Stormridge win. Triangle 542,000 grams 0000C. Nomada says, the secret to making money. Omomo completed trade with Dice Moon Lingard. At 8, fortune cookie X1. Dice Moon bet with Omomo Lingard. I received fortune cookie X1. Harris says, LFJC Amulet of Earth and Craftsmanship 619, will tip generously. Mirzana says, Guild, the Knights of Duskfall, we are a newly formed guild dedicated to protecting those across Azeroth. If you wish to join, we will be happy to have you. Ibeth says, ARF. Dice Moon cheers at Omomo. Mirzana says, Guild, the Knights of Duskfall, we are a newly formed guild dedicated to protecting those across Azeroth. If you wish to join, we will be happy to have you. Jaden Burns says, good little puppies. Rainada says, bad dog. Lillian says, Sleeping Advocate is a guild dedicated to immersive roleplay and community. We're a group of friendly and dedicated players who love to weave stories, both grand and small. Toss a whisper for info or invite. Must be 21 plus. Dice Moon bet with Roll Warden Moongard. I received 610,000 grams 0000C. Drew Ellen says, stop it mommy. Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Dice Moon Moongard win. Triangle 610,000 grams 0000C. Lillian says, Sleeping Advocate is a guild dedicated to immersive roleplay and community. We're a group of friendly and dedicated players who love to weave stories, both grand and small. Toss a whisper for info or invite. Must be 21 plus. Nomada says, first thing you need to know is how to read indicators. Jaden Burns says, time to start the expansion. Takeo says, Guild, the Weave, 8/8H late night rating /MN Guild looking for ranged DPS for mythic rating on Thursday 1 AM CT, MG time. We also have run MN and sometimes a heroic grade night. Ibeth says, who's a good dog. Piramum says, I'm not falling for it Nomada. Dice Moon claps excitedly for Issachar Stormridge. Rainada says, whimperings, 3. Irelena says, all your insults and your curses make me feel like I'm not a person. Swaggit says, anyone able to do a recraft? I have all the pieces. Piramum says, you can't trick me into listening to bullshit. Ibeth says, heck. Piramum says, tongue sticking out. Thomas Miller says, freshly baked bread for sale. Dice Moon bet with Issachar Stormridge. I paid 902,000 grams 0000C. Nomada says, LOL. Drew Ellen says, mommy loves you Irelenu. Nomada says, it's all horseshit. Ziki says, who's the dog? Roll Warden says, star rolling star triangle Issachar Stormridge win. Triangle 399,000 grams 0000C. Irelena says, the silence gets us nowhere. Nomada says, I will tell you one secret. Ibeth says, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Nomada says, you tell me if you understand. Dice Moon claps excitedly for Issachar Stormridge. Nomada says, MacD. Irelena says, attention you couldn't give. Dice Moon bet with Issachar Stormridge. I paid